Welcome back to Staples in Los Angeles. Lakers have a 52-47 lead on the Orlando Magic. The NBA on TNT being presented by the United States Marine Corps. Marv Albert, Doug Collins, Craig Sager. Lakers led by as many as 13 points. A strong finish to the first half by the Magic, a 12-4 run. And it has been action-packed, in particular at the center position.
Yeah, two young big men. You've got Dwight Howard and Andrew Bynum, who've had very good first halves. We'll take a look at Andrew Bynum here to start this game. He went right at Dwight Howard, trying to get him in early foul trouble. Kobe with a nice penetration, dropping the ball off to Bynum for the powerful finish. And here's Bynum. This is actually the first play of the game. He drives hard left and kisses that ball off the glass. Kobe really trusts him with those great hands to throw that little lob pass. And this is Dwight Howard. I think very exciting for Magic fans, stepping out and shooting the open jump shot. We saw a lot of array of moves, a quick little move here, the back down, the little left-handed jump hook. Facing up once again, the shot off the glass. It had me excited seeing this young guy expand his repertoire. 18 points for Dwight Howard, played all 24 minutes. You see Bynum at 8 points in 13 minutes. Mark, it's going to be very interesting to see if the Lakers change their defensive adjustment at all on Dwight Howard or try to force him to put up a huge game and continue to take that three-point shot away from the Magic.
Orlando in possession as this third quarter gets underway. They're back to their starting lineup. Vince Carter, after hurting his shoulder, back on the floor and misfires on that three-point attempt.
See, again, I just don't think you need that shot that quick, Marv. That's the one thing I think that Vince has struggled with. I talked about his decision-making, and I think it goes not only with his passing, but his shooting as well.
And has not shot well. Bryant trying to shoot his way back into it. He's now 2 of 8 from the field. Does have 5 assists. Both clubs with a good shooting first half. Nelson is off the mark as the Lakers hit 50% from the field and Orlando at 51%. Let's check in with Craig Sager. Craig.
Omar, Vince Carter again holding that left shoulder. He said it was aggravated. However, athletic trainer Tom Smith examined him, said there was no further damage. He was okay as long as he could play with the pain. As for that defensive adjustments on Dwight Howard that Doug was talking about, Patrick Ewing anticipates the same thing. He told Howard that's the most repertoire he's seen, most versatility he's seen. But he said, watch out for the double team. You're going to have to pass the ball out if they come at you quickly.
Hall of Famer Patrick Ewing, an assistant coach on Stan Van Gundy's staff. He was on your staff, and in Washington, block shot by Bynum, who stepped out to come up with a piece of it.
Orlando's got to be very careful. The Lakers are the best third quarter team in the NBA. And so they have to be very sound with the basketball, not turn the ball over, get good shots. You see it right there, Marv. They're plus 3.5 in the quarter. The other night against the Clippers, they were only up 3 at the end of the half. They outscored them by 19 in that third quarter to blow the game open. And Phil Jackson loves his team coming out in the third quarter and taking command of ball games.
Lakers beating the Clippers by 40 here on Friday night. The Lakers' second largest margin of victory over the Clipper franchise. They had a season-high 73 points in that second half, while Orlando comes off a loss Friday night in Portland to an injury hit Trailblazer team. Howard picks up the foul. That is his second.
You know, Mark, we talked to start the game, though. You know, what you were trying to see if you're Stan Van Gundy and the rest of the coaching staff and this team is, what kind of fight do you have in you tonight? You know, what kind of competitive fire? And Stan said, you know, we've got a little bit of a glass jaw. We get hit, we get rocked, and we haven't recovered. Well, tonight, you know what? I thought they have fought back. Got themselves back in the game. Still a long way to go. But again, this third quarter is going to be crucial. You see how they started out the year 17-4. Since that point in time, 9-10. Trying to get Rashard Lewis back into the mix after a 10-game suspension. Jameer Nelson missed 16 games with the knee. Vince Carter been in and out of 7 games. So those are the guys that have been the playmakers for this team and just have been out of rhythm all season long.
And you can see that sleeve on the left leg of Jameer Nelson. That surgically repaired knee is still sore and has been swelling up. But Jameer says he does not want to sit out, so he remains in the lineup. Shot clock is 4. Here's Lewis with a runner. Nice move by Rashard Lewis.
Well, there were those double teams that Patrick Ewing talked to Craig Sager about and talked to Dwight Howard about. And that time, Rashard Lewis with a nice little floater in the lane. But once again, not letting him shoot that three-point shot, forcing the Magic to shoot two-point field goals.
Gasol getting inside. It's waved off. Basket won't count. Foul before the shot attempt. And that's number 3 on Lewis. Non-shooting affair. Gasol will throw in. Fisher and Bryant in the backcourt with Gasol, Bynum, and Artest. Up front for Phil Jackson. Artest has played well, not forcing anything. He's taking it to the rim. He's been posting up. Gasol blocked from behind. Good play by Barnes, and it's a 24-second violation.
Yeah, nice play that time. You could see Barnes reading it, and he waited for him to put the ball on the floor. Watch this. He's going to, once he puts it down on the floor, then Barnes is going to come in from behind on the spin. Nice help, and very good defensive possession for the Magic.
Matt Barnes signed as a free agent after a year with Phoenix Suns. Adding depth on the wing. Guy's very sound defensively, hits the three, physical player.
I like the toughness and the energy he brings. When he played with Golden State the 1 year, I thought he had a very, very good season. Actually played well for the Phoenix Suns.
Here's Lewis for 3. The Orlando Magic within 4 now.
That's a tough matchup for Gasol. If he doesn't win the battle in the post, it's tough for him to get out and play Lewis on the perimeter. That's why they might need Odom in the ball game soon.
Bynum. Rebounded by Barnes. Nice give and go. Barnes lays it home as Bryant went flying by.
Now, Matt Barnes just sort of snuck up on the Lakers here tonight. Did a nice performance. What is that, 10 points now for Matt Barnes?
Along with 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 7-0 run for the Magic within 2 after trailing by as many as 13. Bryant using the pick, then on a switch by Howard. Bryant. And it's last touched by the Magic. Kobe's been off. I mean, perhaps the combination of the finger injury and the back spasms affecting the shot.
And really hasn't gotten into any kind of rhythm tonight. You know, they got Gasol off early as Bynum with a block shot. There's going to be another shot clock violation. So one of the things we talked about the Magic last year, Marv, they were very much, I think, an underrated defensive team. When you look at their defensive numbers on the year, they were one of the better teams in the field goal percentage, defending the 3-point differential. Everybody talked about their three-point shooting, but they had the defensive player of the year in there in Dwight Howard, who erased a lot of their mistakes.
They won 59 games, 59-23. Here's Barnes for 3. Gasol with the box out. And then in the postseason, Orlando beat the Sixers, beat the Celtics in a grueling 7-game series. Bryant not able to hit from downtown. Conference Finals, Orlando knocked off Cleveland in 6. And then in the NBA Finals, lost to the Lakers in 5. Here's Barnes challenging Bynum. Bryant played by Lewis. Fisher got off to the good start early on. Fisher. The Lakers shooting has been off from midway through the second quarter on.
Well, they missed 6 straight shots here in the third quarter. I talked about how this third quarter normally is their best quarter. They shoot 49% from the floor on the season in this third period. But the Magic have accepted the challenge defensively ever since that 33-point first quarter. They give up only 19 in the second quarter, and they've done a nice job here in the third.
Bryant picked up his second foul. Carter trying to pull it back on Artest. Here's Carter kicking it out. Nelson open for 3. Yes. The Magic have come from 13 down and have taken a 1-point lead. It's their first lead of the game. And that gets the crowd going. Trying to get the Lakers back into it. Bynum with a nice move. Rejected. Howard with the block. That's his second. Leads the NBA in rebounds and block shots. Carter comes up short on a three-point attempt. And Joe Crawford blowing the whistle. Apparently Phil Jackson had indicated a timeout, so the Lakers will talk it over with 6:24 left in this third quarter, and the Magic up by a point.
How about the Dwight Howard blocking the jump hook of Andrew Bynum? Orlando has fought back.
Lakers' prayer answered. Kobe spinning, hanging, and then banks it in. It does not get much better than that. Gasol tracks it down and flushes it in. Immortality. The Lakers are world champions of basketball.
The calls of the radio voice of the Lakers, Spiro Dedes. The championship, the 15th all-time for the Laker franchise. That includes the 5 titles as the Minneapolis Lakers. Kobe Bryant, Finals MVP, a 10th championship as head coach for Phil Jackson. Here's Bryant. And Marcin Gortat, who is on the floor for the first time, able to follow that rebound. Gortat providing the first rest for Dwight Howard, who went the first 24 minutes. Here's Carter for 3. The tip is right there. Rashard Lewis has given the Magic a 59-56 lead.
Oh, interesting substitution there by Stan Van Gundy, giving Dwight Howard a little bit of a blow here. Gortat coming in. Orlando is taking the lead. He played all 24 minutes in that first half.
12 unanswered for the Magic. Artest is off. The Lakers shooting now 4 for the last 23 following the good start. Here's Carter again from downtown. Came up with air. Gortat. Back tap. Gortat able to rescue. And a new 24 for the Magic. Good look by Carter. Barnes gets inside. Rebounded by Gasol. The Lakers with only 8 points the last 12 minutes of play. 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Fisher with a catch and shoot for 3. Rebound, Gortat. Now this game has turned. The Lakers have led by as many as 13 against a slumping Magic team. Gortat with a nice move, able to bank it home. 61-56. Lakers have missed 10 straight shots. 14 unanswered points for the Magic. Fisher.
Well, they are really looking for Derek Fisher a lot in this quarter.
Nelson. Rebound. Gortat. And Bryant ends up with a loose ball.
Well, Gortat has come in and really put his mark on this game early with the offensive rebounds.
Kobe Bryant taking to the rim.
Finally stemmed the tide there just a little bit after what they missed 14 straight shots, Mark.
Well, it's a 14-0 run that was just concluded off that bucket by Bryant. And a foul charge to Fisher. Lamar Odom will come on for the Lakers. Michael Pietrus for the Magic. Vince Carter sits down.
You know, one of the interesting numbers in this game, in the first quarter, the Magic turned the ball over 4 times. That gave the Lakers 10 points. So 10 of their 33 points off turnovers. Since that point in time for the Magic, only 1 turnover, no points off turnovers. So that's one of the reasons why the Magic have been able to climb back in this game.
Rashard Lewis, so he has caught fire. 12 points for Lewis, his second 3 of this third quarter. He's hit all 4 of his shot attempts. In the third, it's a 64-58 lead for Orlando. Artest fires one up and shot. Here comes Nelson. Lakers do get back. Jameer Nelson on the move. Finding Michael Pietrus. Yes! Suddenly, the 3-point shots are going down for the Magic.
That's how explosive they can be. They can go 2 for 17.5 like they did against Portland, and they can come down and hit 3 or 4 in a row like they have here in this period. That's how quickly the game changes when you can knock down that long-range shot.
It is a 20-2 run for Orlando. Off the double team, Gasol is fouled. It is on Nelson. That is his third.
Well, Rashard Lewis finding the touch finally. You see a lot of separation there. A wide open shot. Jameer Nelson does a nice job driving baseline the kick to Pietrus, and Orlando up
ball to the fourth quarter. You know, they've outplayed us in every way, every possession, and we just got to get back to playing with hard work.
Well, there's no question the Magic have really picked up the pace in this third quarter. Look at all the numbers, plus 14 points. The shooting, Lakers only 2 of 15, plus 12 at the three-point line. More importantly, 7 assists, none for the Lakers. But Marv, it's hard for me to imagine that, as a player, that you could ever, acknowledge the fact that a team is playing harder than you. I mean, that it should be a given. Energy and effort every single night should be a given. Sometimes the execution will not be there. But the Magic trying to find that edge that was there for them last season when they went to the finals.
And it certainly helps when the shots do go down as the whistle blows along the baseline. Joe Crawford with the call on Gortat.
That was a great point you just made, because what happens with this Magic team, with a lot of teams, is when they don't shoot well, it affects them in other phases of the game. It affects them defensively. It affects their energy level. You can see here as their defense has picked up, they've made shots. Look at the energy they're playing with now.
Well, Pau Gasol is able to hit. At one stretch, the Lakers missed 11 consecutive shots. Rashard Lewis that time was off the mark on a three-point attempt. In the first quarter, the Lakers with 33 points. Since then, they've scored only 27. Shannon Brown back on the floor, had the hot hand early. Lamar Odom. So the Lakers are now down by 5.
You could see on that spin move, he sort of mishandled the ball. Normally, he would dribble that ball with his right hand there, but he's got his right hand taped. He's got a tendon injury and has not been able to handle the ball well at all with that right hand.
Jason Williams now works the point. Lewis trying to get it on the hop to the cutting Gortat. Bryant. Whoa. Kobe Bryant now 3 of 14 from the field. A minute and a half left in the third quarter. Lakers have led by as many as 13, a 22 to run by Orlando, turning this game around. Pietrus chased down by Lewis on the save. Can't handle it, carried out of bounds. And it will be Laker ball.
A little gun shy, Marv. I thought a guy was coming over the table there after last week in Boston. My man Kevin Harlan bailed out on me last week, but you stood strong. You stood strong on that one.
I would have given up the body for you.
Got a little nervous. I saw Shannon Brown. He looks like a running back getting ready to come right into my lap that time. Last week it was Tyrus Thomas.
Actually, I was oblivious. That's why I hung in with you. Out here is Brown. Gets the nice hop. So the Lakers are back within 3. Brown is now 5 of 6 from the field. Final minute, third quarter. Dwight Howard is back. Backing his way on Gasol. Brown over to help. Here's Redick for 3. The Magic have attempted 23 three-pointers. They lead the NBA in three-point shots attempted. Lakers do have a foul to give. Lewis, nice fake on Odom, and a foul.
See, I would love to see him do that more, and I know within the scheme of their offense, so built on that three-point shooting, but I remember when he played in Seattle, he was tough down on that low post. He could hit that little fading jump shot, and really they played 4 around 1 here in Orlando, and he shoots so many threes. He actually shoots a lot more threes than he does free throws, and Marv, I think he has the ability to mix up his game a little bit more.
Shard, a 2-time All-Star, off to the slow start this season following the 10-game suspension. A reminder, coming up Thursday, another NBA on TNT doubleheader. Pregame coverage starts 7 o'clock Eastern Time. with the announcement of the All-Star starters. And then Kobe and the Lakers take on LeBron and the Cavaliers, followed by the Clippers and the Nuggets in Denver. And the Lakers certainly have memories of what took place here at Staples on Christmas Day, as they were beaten soundly by the Cavaliers. Bryant trying to put a move on to Pietrus. He does, goes to the hook, and he does not get the roll. Odom missed the tip. And that is the end of the third quarter. A terrific third quarter for the Orlando Magic. They outscored the Lakers 21-12. Magic by 4 when we come back. Craig Sager up with Laker head coach Phil Jackson.
A 20-2 run by Orlando to get back in the game. What happened on the defensive end?
No, it wasn't about defense. Well, there was some about defense. It's about the offense, really. Poor shots, no penetration, a variety of things that happened. 24-second clock violation. And defensively, they got hot. You know, those things will happen with Orlando. So when they do get hot, you got to come back and match.
Kobe Bryant's just 3 for 15. Is he struggling with his shooting because of the hand and maybe the back spasms, or is he getting good looks?
Well, you know, I think he's okay physically, but he didn't practice. Sometimes when you don't practice, your rhythm's off a little bit. So he's been off a couple days, and you know, that probably took him out of rhythm.
Thank you, Mark.
All right, Craig, fourth quarter underway. Farmar not able to hit, rebounded by Howard. So the big run by the Magic in the third, although Dwight Howard, who had a sensational first half, did not score. He was able to get a brief rest with Marcin Gortat coming on and playing well. J.J. Redick is back in, as is Ryan Anderson. Now Howard played by Gasol. Nice return pass with the shot clock running down, and that's waved off. Will not count.
Sort of interesting. Phil Jackson has kept Kobe Bryant on the floor. A lot of times he likes to rest him to start the fourth quarter, but he's kept him out there with a smaller lineup. Lamar Odom is out there to match up with against Ryan Anderson. But it's very interesting here to see Kobe-wise. So he's played all but 1 minute in this game tonight. Normally gets a little bit of a rest here to start this period.
Here's Gasol, popping it back out. They swung it. Pietrus, a strong defender, doing a good job on Bryant, who, once again, too strong on the shot.
Well, Kobe had the shot, and he held it and then forced to take a tougher shot. This guy right here can step up and shoot the ball. He's hit a couple long-range shots. That one just a little too long.
Kobe now 3 for 16. He's hit on a reach-in, non-shooting foul called on Pietrus. The Magic have dropped 6 of their last 8, including losses at Washington, at Indiana, at Sacramento. They had won 5 of their previous 6. So they are in the midst of a skid as they play the final game of this 4-game Western swing. Gasol. Redick try to save it.
This would be a huge shot in the arm for Orlando. If they could find a way to win this game tonight going home. Stan Van Gundy is looking for some jolt that's going to energize his team. They're going through the blahs right now, and beating the Lakers here tonight would be a big step in that direction.
Ryan getting inside. The tip missed by Gasol. Odom on the follow.
One of the things we talked about, when you play the Lakers, you better block them off the offensive boards. When Kobe penetrates, that's going to create a lot of opportunities.
Jason Williams for 3. Rebounded by Odom. Farmar. And the tip again by Odom. Oh, the steal by Brown. Fires for 3.
Orlando's got to settle this game down and give Dwight Howard a touch inside. Ran up and down the floor, has not touched the ball. The game is now swinging back to the Lakers.
Farmar for 3. And the Lakers, with a 13-1 run, are back up by 3.
Well, Phil Jackson says to Craig Sager, when Orlando has one of those spurts, you've got to match it. Mark, you just talked about it. Dwight Howard has got to touch the ball. The Lakers are on a roll here. Orlando needs a hoop.
Fourth quarter. NBA League Pass TV, broadband, and mobile are offering a free trial presented by Taco Bell through Sunday. You can log on now to NBA.com/LT free trial to get into the action.
Well, with that little spurt that the Lakers just had to take control of this game once again and lead by 3, Kobe Bryant is now resting. Luke Walton is coming in now with his second unit. So you've got Farmar, Shannon Brown, Luke Walton, Lamar Odom, and Pau Gasol on the floor right now. So 4 bench players, and you can see the woes of the Orlando Magic last year, one of the best road teams in the NBA at 27-14.
And this year, 12-10, and have dropped 2 of the first 3 on this 4-game trip as Howard makes his move. Foul is called. It's an offensive foul. That's 3 on Howard.
Remember before the game that Phil said that Pau Gasol bothers Dwight Howard because he's got those long arms. He can reach in and poke the ball away. That time he holds his ground, and you're not allowed to dislodge that player with their shoulder. And that's what Dwight Howard did on that play.
Orlando was just 1 point over the last 6 minutes of play. Foul on Ryan Anderson making contact with Lamar Odom. Luke Walton is back. So the Lakers have Gasol with Walton and Odom, Brown and Farmer in the backcourt. Kobe Bryant sitting down, getting a rest. Farmer played by Nelson. Shot clock to 5. Farmer. It is now a 15-1 run.
Well, is Dwight Howard going to be able to get the ball here in the fourth quarter, get some touches? It's going to be the floater by Jameer Nelson that does not go.
Here comes Farmar going all the way. He went right at J.J. Redick. 17-1 spurred by the Lakers, and the Laker bench has scored the last 15 points.
Well, Mark, Dwight Howard has not taken a shot this entire half. He had 9 of 12 in the first half. This is going to be another steal.
Farmar fouled by Anderson, preventing the shot. So Farmar heads to the line.
Speed and quickness of this second unit has changed the whole momentum. Farmer, Shannon Brown at the open court. Speed and quickness have totally disrupted. Marv, remember when I told you that the turnovers early in that first quarter, how they hurt the Orlando Magic? 4 that had led to 10 points, and they'd taken great care of the basketball. All of a sudden now they have 10, and the Lakers have capitalized.
Devastating earthquake rocked the Caribbean nation of Haiti, causing mass destruction and loss of life. In response, the NBA family has joined forces with their longtime partner UNICEF to support the emergency relief efforts there. To find out how you can help provide life-saving assistance to children and families suffering from Haiti's disastrous earthquake, please visit NBA.com.
All right, thank you, Craig. Jordan Farmar to the line. The Lakers have taken a 75-68 lead. The Magic with just 1 point over the last 7 minutes. They've missed all 8 shot attempts. They've turned it over 5 times. And the bench for the Lakers has done the job, led by Farmar, Brown, and Odom. In fact, they have scored the last 17 points for the Lakers.
Well, that's what the Laker bench did a couple years ago. Last year, they never found a rhythm. They were able to win despite that. But with Farmar, Shannon Brown, Lamar Odom with that second unit, Walton back healthy, and now Gasol, this is a very potent unit. And another turnover. That's what happens with Orlando. They get a little sloppy. They turn the ball over. They start quick shooting threes, and all of a sudden they go through those droughts.
Farmar has the last 9 points for the Lakers. Shot clock at 7. Here's Gasol. A 21-1 run for the Lakers. And the Lakers have done a good job on Dwight Howard, who had a An excellent first half. They double up on him, and it's a bad pass recovered by Redick. And Redick looks to draw the foul, and he does as Walton made contact. How about Howard not going to the foul line at all here tonight?
Well, he's not shot any free throws. Look at his second half. No field goal attempts. And what they're doing, they're starting to run 2-3 guys at him. We talked about the adjustment the Lakers would make. And when they made that nice run there in that third quarter, they did it with Dwight Howard on the bench. When they went small, they hit all those threes. But they need Vince Carter to come in this game. This is a guy that they was traded for when they lost Turkoglu to come in and be their finisher. Marv, tonight he's 1 of 7, has 1 assist. I mean, they need him to play good ball if they're going to be the team they think they can be.
And for Carter, his second straight 1 of 7 performance. Odom with the rebound of another miss by the Magic. Seven minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Marv Albert with Doug Collins, Craig Sager. We're at Staples in L.A. Lakers trying to add to the best record in the NBA. They're 31-9. They've won 22 of 25 here at home. Their last home loss was Christmas Day to the Cavaliers, who they will face Thursday night here on TNT. The hack is called on Gasol, and that will put Howard at the line for the first time. Only a 59% free throw shooter, the same as a year ago. The other night in Portland, 3 of 10 at the line.
You know, Phil Jackson is one of these guys that does not like to double team until like the fourth quarter if they have to do it. He likes to wait and now make the guy be a passer after he's been scoring the entire night. Dwight Howard stepping to the line. And I'll tell you how important free throw shooting is for here as he misses it. When he shoots over 60% from the foul line, they are 13-3. When he shoots under 60%, they are 13-11. And so his ability to step up to the line and knock down shots, and it's hard for them to go to him in the fourth quarter, Marv, because he's not a good free throw shooter. So all those things factor in for right now. Orlando's struggling on the road.
That's the first point for the Magic in this fourth quarter. The Lakers have outscored them here in the fourth 15-1. Lakers lead by 10. Shannon Brown. Yes. But a huge game for Shannon Brown. Off the bench for 15 points. Nelson getting it high off glass. Just did get it over the extended arm of Pau Gasol.
Well, we talked in the open, I talked in our keys about the one bright spot has been the Orlando Magic bench through this stretch. The 4 key guys have not played well. Tonight, it's been the Laker bench that has been the difference in the game.
Farmar for 3. That bucket by Nelson just a moment ago. Orlando's first field goal in 9 minutes. Lewis for 3. You see the way Brown ran at him, which affected the shot.
Try to chase him off the line, if not, contest.
Bryant spinning inside. And that is his first field goal since back in the second quarter. He has 10 points in all. Lewis from the angle for 3.
That was nice rhythm that time. There's no communication on that play. Lamar Odom, that middle pick and roll used to be with Turkoglu. Now it's Jameer Nelson with the ball in his hands. And nice read that time as Rashard Lewis gets separation and knocks down that 3.
Rashard Lewis has come on in the second half and getting good looks. Brown open for 3. Deflected out, last touch by Odom. He felt he was fouled by Lewis. Just under 5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. The Lakers have a 9-point lead. They led by as many as 13 in the first half. Magic able to turn things around. They had a 9-point lead, and the Lakers went on a run with a burst. Here's Howard, and he's fouled, so he will go back to the line. Now, as we look at Dwight Howard at the line, is there a technical flaw in the way he's shooting the free throws?
Well, if you look, Marv, at his release, watch how flat his arm is when he lets this shot go. Instead of lifting it, the shot should be lifted. Watch the arm angle, how flat it is. when it comes out, and he sort of snaps it when it comes out of his hand. He does not extend what we call shoot it towards the sky. Watching his arm angle there, that time he held it pretty nice and he was able to knock in the free throw.
And here's a look at the upcoming national television schedule. NBA TV Fan Night Tuesday, 6:30 Eastern Time. It'll be the Raptors at Cleveland. ESPN Wednesday, the Utah Jazz playing the Spurs in San Antonio. And TNT Thursday, Lakers at Cleveland, followed by the Clippers at Denver. Pregame coverage starting at 7.
Coming down the stretch. Watch it. See Odom as he steps out here. He's going to hedge and try to prevent Jameer Nelson from going to the basket. You can see what Farmar is doing. He's going under and going to try to square him up. But a nice play by Jameer Nelson. He just sort of bumps Lamar Odom and does not let him get back to the shooter, Rashard Lewis. So a nice little job there that time. Just that little bump to give him that space. And Marv, the way they shoot the three, you're talking about if this free throw goes down, it's only a 7-point game. You're talking about a 3-possession game. So still a lot of game, and we've seen the Magic going to run. We've seen the Lakers going to run. So there's a lot of swings in games when you play against the Orlando Magic.
And Orlando has already attempted 29 from beyond that three-point line. 8 of 29 here tonight. Dwight Howard, 2 of 3 at the line. And that's a good night for Dwight. 3 for 4.
Well, the important thing is also it shows that if you're going to start taking fouls at the end of the game, he makes these free throws and he gets a little bit of a rhythm. He hadn't shot one the entire night. Now all of a sudden he shot 4.
Odom posting up, trying to bank it. Handled by Carter. Coming up on 4 minutes to play in this fourth quarter. 7-point Laker lead. Shot clock down to 5. Here's Howard. Nice move.
See, when you make your free throws, it makes you a lot more aggressive. They went away from him. Now they've gone back to him, and it's a 5-point game. Orlando keeps fighting back.
7 unanswered for the Magic. They had gone 9 minutes without a field goal during that 21-1 run by the Lakers. Barnes defending on Bryant. Got the step, and he's fouled. Kobe cuffing it as he was able to get the step on Matt Barnes, and Bryant will go to the line as Barnes picks up his first.
We can see Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard on the weak side is reading this play. It looks like Kobe's got a wide open shot, and here comes Dwight Howard. That's part of that league-leading shot blocking. So a big part of their defense is to funnel you into that shot blocker. That time the foul was committed before Dwight Howard could come over and help, and it's been a tough shooting night for Kobe Bryant. Mar 4 of 18, now 2 of 3 from the line, has only 10 points.
Bryant, an 83% free throw shooter. Lakers 84, the Magic 78. Pass, bad pass. Lewis couldn't handle it. Odom to Gasol, yes, and it counts. Nice pass from Lamar Odom. So Paul Gasol will go to the line. The foul charge to Rashard Lewis.
The Lakers' big men are very good passers and very willing passers. They trust each other. You know, Bynum not a great passer, obviously, but Odom and Gasol are. They both can finish. They have the soft hands, the trust factor there, and this is the team now, the front line. This is what they played with last year when they won the championship. Bynum had the bad knee, was not in great shape, and Odom was the finisher, along with Pau Gasol playing center on that front line.
Only the first free throw for Gasol. It was 12 for 12 the other night. Nelson getting inside. And Odom gets to the loose ball. Lamar Odom with rebound number 15. Just under 3 left in the fourth. Bryant trying to draw the foul. Did not get the call. Nelson has that deceptive move.
Got that compact body, doesn't he, Marv? Very strong. That time, instead of jackknifing the shot like he did on the previous possession, he jumped right in the big man's chest and to take away his ability to block that shot.
Little hesitation maneuver by Jameer, who has 13 points. It's a 7-point Laker lead. Gasol, beautiful pass, and Brown puts it in.
Now, Jameer Nelson got caught peeking that time. Gasol was posting. Jameer Nelson turned his head in a beautiful back cut by Shannon Brown.
17 points for Brown off the bench. Howard is fouled by Gasol.
You know, Marv, it's got to be so frustrating to get fouled every time and have to go to the line. But watch Jameer Nelson here. He's at the top of the circle here, right at the free throw line. There he is circled. Watch when Gasol catches the ball. Watch his head turn. And as a Shannon Brown does exactly what you're supposed to do, you cut behind a man's vision. And Jameer Nelson had no idea where he had cut.
Howard is 3 of 4 at the line. As we mentioned earlier, just 59% at the free throw line. Had that 3 of 10 the other night, primarily because of the difficulties of Howard at the line, the Magic at the bottom in terms of free throw shooting.
Well, it's always like the team that Shaq is on. They're always, you know, one of the bottom teams, if not the bottom. But a big part of that is obviously his free throw shooting. You get out 4 really good shooters, but the fact that Dwight Howard, you know, shoots about 10 free throws a game, that's going to really bring your percentage down.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Just under 2 to go here in the fourth. Magic over the foul limit. Next foul committed by the Lakers will put them over. Gasol sets the pick. Gasol turned back and able to recover. The setup from Bryant to Gasol.
What a skilled big man. What how he keeps that ball high. He and Bynum, they keep that ball. They have long arms. They extend so beautifully on that little jump hook.
17 for Pau Gasol. Carter has shot poorly here tonight. Picked up on a switch by Odom. Here's Carter scooping it. The tip missed by Howard.
With a degree of difficulty in Carter's shots. 1 of 8. He has really struggled to get in this game tonight. You've got to give the Lakers a lot of credit defensively, and they have fought back after Orlando with a gallant charge of 20-2 took the lead.
Gasol trying to get it to Kobe on a hop. Lewis is fouled, hit on a reach-in by Fisher. So Rashard Lewis will shoot a couple.
You know, Marv, as we wind this game down, unless something dramatic changes, it looks like the Lakers are going to win this game. But you know, if you're the Orlando Magic and you're Stan Van Gundy, and you walk in that locker room, I think you tell your team, if we will play defense with this kind of energy and toughness, we'll get our game back. We'll get back to where we need to get. I mean, 91 points they hold the Lakers to here tonight. With 57, how about under 45% shooting? They did a nice job with that, but it was the Laker bench really that came in and turned the game around in that fourth quarter that changed this game tonight.
Coming up for Orlando, following this road trip, they have 1 day off, and then they're back home for Indiana Wednesday night after returning from the 8-day 4-game road trip, losing 3 of the 4, the 1 win at Sacramento. And the Lakers will head to the line off the foul by Nelson. While the Lakers off until Thursday night at Cleveland, and that will open up an 8-game road trip for a team that has spent a good portion of the first half of the season at home. Doug, let's get back to the keys that set things up earlier.
Well, the outside strength, the Orlando Magic, they shoot 37% from 3 tonight, 28%. Remember, the Lakers are number 1 at defending the 3 inside streak. The Lakers +5 second chance points. It was the bench play. Farmar and Brown, 29 points. And then closing the game, the Lakers do it better than anybody in the NBA. They closed on a 15-0, or they opened the fourth on a 15-0 run to take control of this ball game. And so the Lakers are going to finish on a strong note here, heading out on that road trip that you talked about.
It was that 21-1 run that turned things after the Magic had come back from the 13-point deficit. Orlando has one timeout left. Here's a look at the longest road trip of the season for the Lakers, which starts against LeBron James and the Cavaliers Thursday night, right here on TNT, and then it's on to New York, Toronto, Washington, Indiana, Philly, Boston, and Memphis.
Marv, I've got 6-2, no worse than 5-3, and I like the fact when you look at the schedule, Cleveland is the first game of a back-to-back, as is Boston. So I think that, and you know, going to New York, Kobe Bryant loves to play in New York. So to me, 5-3, 6-2 is what you're going to be looking at that trip at worst.
I'm writing the numbers down.
Write them down.
Lakers tonight playing their 26th home game as opposed to 15 road games, and they will go to 23-3 here at Staples. A record of 32-9 as Carter hits the three. So Vince Carter, who has been having his difficulties, finally knocks one down. Here's Brown eluding Carter to score. And that's a season high for Shannon Brown, 20 points.
How explosive is Shannon Brown? Did you see that move, Mark? He hung in the air right here in front of his guys, ran by him, and he just softly kissed this ball off the glass. Watch him explode, and he just sort of hangs in the air and kisses that ball off the glass. That ball was tipped out of bounds, and the Lakers will get possession.
So the Magic turn it over, and fouls on Nelson. Got to put Fisher at the line. Lakers by 8 with 36 seconds to play. Let's go over to Craig Sager. Craig.
Omar, we talked about an 8-game road trip coming up for the Lakers. Will be next Monday when they make an official visit to the White House. President Obama has invited the team to come and to celebrate their world championship from a year ago. On top of that, most of the front office and the Lakers will not make that entire trip, but they will be included in the visit to the White House next Monday.
Phil Jackson, I'm told, will be explaining the triangle defense.
I love that. I was reading the articles today that Obama had called him and congratulated him on the championship, said he'd been a fan of his since Chicago, and maybe they could talk a little bit about the triangle offense.
And it'll also explain the triangle defense.
There you go.
Yeah, Matt Barnes able to knock down the three, and Magic stopping the clock once again, committing a foul. So the Lakers with a 7-point lead, 26 seconds to go. Carter called on the foul. That is number 4. So here is Shannon Brown. Shannon with 20 points. 4-year man out of Michigan State. Originally a first-round pick of the Cavaliers. Acquired from Charlotte last February. Played very well last season.
Yes, he did. And a lot of people felt like when that trade was made that the Lakers were trading to get Adam Morrison, the high draft pick. But actually, it was the guy, Shannon Brown, that really has jumped out of the hat here and played well. And he really gives them speed and quickness in that backcourt to go with Jordan Farmar.
The Magic will put it in play in their front court. A discussion as to how much room Kobe Bryant should be providing. Matt Barnes on the inbounds, Kobe stepping away. Here's Carter for 3. He's hit 2 in a row, and it's a 4-point game. Magic try to foul, and they get Shannon Brown. So this one still with 19 seconds to go, and with the 3-point potential of the Magic, it is not over. Howard called for the foul, number 4. And Vince Carter, who has struggled, has hit his last 2 from downtown. Shannon Brown had missed his previous 2 free throws.
Now, Marv, I would say this would be a pretty good closing team. You're 9-0 in games 7 or less, 4-0 in games by 1 point, of which Kobe's hit 3 buzzer beaters, 4-0 record in overtime games, and you're 27-0 this year when leading after 3. I think that would be a good closing team as Carter finally missed the shot. That will probably do it as the Lakers now up 6 with possession of the basketball.
It appears that one of the Orlando players landed on a photographer. Matt Barnes wanted to just make certain that everything was all right. 8 seconds left. Lakers have outscored Orlando 34-24 in this fourth quarter. And around their feet here at Staples, with the Lakers defeating the Magic 98-92 to go to 32-9. Best record in the NBA. 23 up, 3 down here at home.
Just me.